Students, for previous class we have studied about tuples in Python, and I asked you to compare in between lists and tuples in Python because they have many similarities as well as they have some differences. So hope that you have studied the differences and similarities in between Python lists and Python tuples. So for today's class we are going to study about Python dictionary, which is also one of the sequence in Python. So now we are going to study about the dictionary in Python, which is also called as Python dictionary. As you know that I am K.S. Praneeth Chowdhury from the Department of Computer Science of SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. So students, our topic Python dictionary has some resemblances with list and tuple. Just let us go for the review of list and tuple. List is a sequence and tuple is a sequence. The elements in the list are separated by commas and the element in tuple are separated by commas. Elements in between the list may be of any data type and elements in tuple may be of any data type. Now, lists are in between square bracket, whereas tuples are in between parentheses. Lists are in between square bracket and tuples are in between parentheses. The major difference in between list and tuple is the elements in the list can be modified, whereas the elements in the tuple cannot be modified. The elements in the list can be modified, whereas the elements in tuple cannot be modified. The only thing we have to remember while writing tuple is, even though there is a single element in tuple, a comma should be immediately after the element. When there is no element in the tuple, that is called as an empty tuple. But even though there is a single element, comma has to be placed immediately after the element in the tuple. So for today's class we are going to study about dictionary in Python. So here we are seeing that dictionary is also a sequence. Dictionary is also a sequence containing key value pairs. Now list and tuple contained only elements, but here we see that dictionary contains a sequence consisting of key value pairs. The same thing again, each key value pair is separated by comma and enclosed within curly braces. Remember that list is enclosed in between square bracket, tuple is enclosed in between parentheses, dictionary is enclosed in between curly braces. I repeat the statement again. List is enclosed in between square bracket, tuple is enclosed in between parentheses, dictionary is placed in between curly braces. All the three things are having commas in between them to separate the elements, but here in dictionary the element is a key value pair, similarly separated by commas. Now let us try to study about what is a key and what is its value. Here we see that key and value are separated by colon. Key and value are separated by a colon, but key value is a pair which is separated by comma with another key value. So here the whole thing is enclosed in curly braces. Now you can see that an empty dictionary without any items is just written like two curly braces without any key value pair inside it. An empty dictionary is written as two curly braces without any items in between it. Now here we can see that keys are unique within a dictionary while values may not be unique. So while writing keys, we have to remember that the keys are should be unique within a dictionary. You can repeat the same key in another dictionary, but while writing within the same dictionary, we are not supposed to repeat the same key within the same dictionary. So here the values of a dictionary can be of any data type, but the keys must be of immutable data type such as strings, numbers or tuples. So we have to remember these things while writing a dictionary. So remember the things. An empty dictionary should be written like this. We have to write two curly braces without any key value pairs in it. So keys are unique within a dictionary while values may not be unique, because the values may be same for many number of keys, but keys should not be repeated in the same dictionary. The values of a dictionary can be of any type, but the keys must be of an immutable data type such as strings, numbers or tuples. Now we are taking the example of a dictionary. Here dict, dict is equal to, we see there a key. The key name of the key is name, whereas the value is Zara. The next separated by comma, the name of the key is age and its value is 7. Next the name of the key is class, its value is first there. So you can see the difference while writing the keys or while writing the values. Keys are written in single quotes for strings, whereas the values for number is not having a single quote there. You can see the value 7 there, which is not having either single quotes or double quotes. Remember that Python strings may be either written in single quotes or may either be written in double quotes. Now how to access the values in dictionary? How can we access the values in a dictionary? To access the dictionary elements, we can use the familiar square bracket along with the key to obtain its value. So here the square bracket should contain the key which should match the exact keyword that was written while creating the dictionary. So here to access the dictionary elements, we can use the familiar square brackets along with the key to obtain its value. You can see the example there. There are three key value pairs there. One is name Zara, the second one is age 7, the third one is class first. Here you can see that name, age and class are the keys there, and Zara 7 first are the values of that corresponding keys there. So the value given to name is Zara, the value given to age is 7 and the value given to class is first. So remember that keys can be resembled as the column headings of a particular table. Keys can be resembled as the column headings of a particular table. Now you see the print statement there, print dict name. It is given for displaying the value there. Dict name is just for display purpose. The next dict name which is given in blue letters that gives the value, but the green letter words print dict name is just for displaying there. So here you can see that Zara is brought from the dict name. So the value of the name is Zara. Similarly, the value of the age is 7. So it has brought all these two values from the dictionary based on the corresponding key values. But here, if there is a single letter that is not matching to the key in the dictionary, it will not respond, because we should compulsory match the key value there in the dictionary based on the call given in the print statement there. Now you can see there, if we attempt to access a data item with a key which is not a part of the dictionary, we will get an error. So here you can see that the keys are name, age and class. So similarly, we are taking that print dict Alice. Alice is not there in any of the keys there. So it does not respond because it doesn't find their Alice. So you can see the error there, key error. The last line in the error, you can see that there is a key error. Key error means I did not find the key that you have specified to bring the value from the dictionary. So it responds to the our program that I did not find the key that you are telling me to find it. So remember that whenever we are trying to bring out a value from a dictionary, the key value should correspond compulsorily. So we have to know the exact spelling of what the key that has been given there. Now coming to this one, you can see that we can update a dictionary by adding a new entry or a key value pair, modifying an existing entry or deleting an existing entry as shown below in the example. So same example there is given. The keys are name, age and class. The values are Zara, 7 and first. So here in the next line we have updated the age value from 7 to 8. You can see there in the second line, which has been given as hash update existing entry in red lines. There we have updated the first line age from 7 to 8. Next one, dict school is equal to DPS school. There we have added the key value pair into the dictionary. So now after this line we see that the name will be Zara in the dictionary, age will be 8, class will be first, and there will be another entry called as school, DPS school. Okay, so there we can see the difference, that how to modify an existing entry and how to add a new entry in a dictionary. So at the end you can see the output of dict age is 8 because it has been updated in the second line, and dict school will be DPS school because it was added in the fifth line there in dictionary. Now how to delete the dictionary elements? How can we delete the elements in a dictionary? So here remember that we can either remove individual dictionary elements or clear the entire contents of a dictionary. This was not possible in tuple. We can only clear all the contents of a tuple, but we cannot remove an individual element in a tuple. So here in dictionary we can see that we can either remove an individual dictionary element or clear the entire contents of a dictionary. So here deleting an entire dictionary is also be done in a single operation. So to remove an entire dictionary we can use the del statement there. Now you can see here same, the example given here is there are 3 keys, name, age and class, with the values Zara, 7 and first respectively. So here del dict name. So it removes an entry with the key name dict. So you can see that dict of name has been deleted. Now clear removes all the element entries in the dictionary. Now the third one is del dict. So it deletes the entire dictionary. So remember that the three lines have some simple differences. The first one was operated to delete a single entry. The second one was operated to remove all the entries in the dictionary. Here dictionary will be there, but it will be an empty dictionary. Now coming to the third one, del dictionary, the dictionary along with the name will be removed, so we can create a new dictionary with the same name. Okay, so while we are going to operate the things there, when we are going to print age, there will be an exception raised because the whole dictionary does not exist in the second line or third line. You can see the example there. The first, there was an dictionary with three key pair values. In the second line, one key pair element was deleted from the dictionary. In the third line, all the key pairs were deleted in the dictionary. In the fourth line, the whole dictionary was removed along with the name of the dictionary. But we are trying to get the output as get the age from the dictionary, because just to show you an example, we have tried this example. So since the dictionary does not exist, DICT does not exist, there will be no age, there will be no school in that dictionary. Dictionary itself is not there, so there will be no elements in that dictionary. Now we are going to study about the properties of keys and the properties of values in dictionary. So here we can see that the dictionary values have no restrictions. They can be of any arbitrary Python object. They can be either standard objects or they can be either user defined objects. But this is not true for the keys. This is only meant for the values. The values can be of any type. The values can use any type of objects, any type of values. But while coming to write something about keys, we have to learn two important things about dictionary keys. The first one, more than one entry per key is not allowed. Which means no duplicate keys are allowed in a particular dictionary. Okay, when you try to write two keys with the same name in a particular dictionary, then the last key will be taken as final. Remember that two keys may not contain the same values, same type of strings in a particular dictionary. When you try to give the same keys in a particular dictionary, then it will automatically take the last key as the final one. So here in the example, you can see that dict name is there, age is there, and again name is there. So the name has been repeated twice here. So the first name value is Zara and the second name value is money here. So if you want to drag the value of that key name, then you can see there in the last line with the example, money has been taken as the final. But even though there is Zara there, but it has not taken the value of Zara. So when we give more number of keys in a particular dictionary with the same string, then the last one will be taken as the final one. So never try to give the same keys in a particular dictionary. Next one, keys must be immutable. That means keys should not be changed. So Either you use strings, either you use numbers, or either we use tuples as dictionary keys, but something like a key which has the word key is not allowed. So you see the example here, dict given in square bracket name, that is not allowed here because it should be a string compulsory. Either it may be tuple or number or whatever it may be, it should be a string. So the key value should always be a string here. So try to see the example there. Dict is equal to the name that has been given in square bracket, and the value for that name has been given as Zara, and there is another key called as age there. The value is 7. When we try to drag out the output of the name by giving dict name print, then it produces an error message. So try to give true values, correct values while preparing the dictionary elements. Now coming to the study of the built-in dictionary functions. So here we are comparing two dictionaries, dictionary 1 and dictionary 2, the elements, the key value pairs in the dictionary. The second one, the length of the dictionary, the total number of key value pairs will be given out. Next, the str of dictionary produces a printable string representation of a dictionary. And the next one, type of variable, what are the types of variables that have been given in a particular dictionary. So here we are going to study about the different dictionary methods. You can see there the different dictionary methods. The blue letter words are the dictionary methods, and the black letter words are the dictionary descriptions, the method descriptions there. Dict clear removes all the elements of the dictionary DICT. Dict copy copies the elements of the dictionary DICT. Dict from keys creates a new values set to the values. Next, dict get key comma default is equal to none. For the key given there, it returns the value or default if key is not in the dictionary. Next one, dict items returns a list of dict key value tuple pairs here. Next, dict keys only returns the keys in the dictionary. Next one, dict set default key, default is equal to none. It is similar to get the function but will set the dictionary default if key is not already in the dictionary. Next, dict update dict2 adds a dictionary dict2's or key value pairs to the dictionary. So dear students, just study about dictionary, and for today's class try to compare the differences in between list, tuple and dictionary. Just take a review of all the things that we have learned today for today's class. Just try to see the screen. What are the things we have learned today? We have learned about what is the definition of a dictionary. We see that elements such as key value pairs separated by commas and enclosed within curly braces. Key and value are separated by colon, key value pair are separated by comma, and all of these are enclosed in between curly braces. So keys should be unique within a dictionary. That means the key that has been given in a dictionary should not be repeated the same in the same dictionary. The values of a dictionary may be of any type. Strings or numbers can be given there. We have seen the example There we have seen three key value pairs. One is name, next one is age, and third one is class. These are keys, and Zara 7 first are the values there. Next, we have seen how to access the values in a dictionary based on the keys. If the key value is given a mistake, then the values will not be drawn from the dictionary there. Next one, how to update a dictionary. We can update an existing entry, or we can add a new entry into a dictionary. Next, how to delete the dictionary elements. Here we have deleted a single element in a dictionary. The next one, we have deleted all the elements in the dictionary, and the third one, we have removed the complete dictionary from the memory. Next, we have learned about the properties of keys and properties of values. Here in the example, we have seen that if any keys are duplicated in the same dictionary, then the last key value pair that has been given in the dictionary will be taken as the final thing. Next, no key should be given in between square bracket. Either it may be a tuple or it may be a string. It should not be given in square bracket. Next, we have studied about the built-in dictionary functions, and after that we have studied about built-in dictionary methods. And so for today's class, to try to study about the dictionary methods, functions, examples, accessing values from a dictionary, how to write a new dictionary, how to access those values, how to update those values, how to delete those values from a dictionary. So list, tuple and dictionary, these three are the things which are very much similar to each other, but the only thing is in dictionary is we see key value pairs in the dictionary. List, remember a square bracket. Tuple, remember a parenthesis. Dictionary, remember a curly braces. So my dear students, thank you for your silent listening, and try to compare and differentiate in between list, tuple and dictionary. Thank you very much.